So let's have a look at the weekend energies for fire signs. We're going to start off with Aries, Leo, and then Sagittarius. So without further ado, let's get straight into Aries. Okay, so sun rising and moon for Aries. Aries this weekend. So for Aries, let's have a look. Aries energy. For Aries today. So there's going to be an element that children play a big part within this weekend. So sometimes our inner child also has to come out to play. So really paying attention to our inner child is essential, because some of those dreams and desires that we used to have come from wanting bigger things for ourselves. So when we have the Three of Wands, it's almost like those things that need to come out, need to come out. A lot of us might be looking at exes. A lot of us might be going, what are they thinking about us? With the Queen of Hearts here, or the Queen of Water, we need to nurture ourselves. We need to not wait for communication from the ex, but we need to move forward. A lot of the time, this is our inner child crying out that we have to leave this situation behind, because we're not catering to ourselves as a small child. We're not loving ourselves. All children desire to be loved, and so do you. So this aspect of leaving the past behind is really essential. To really own ourselves as Arians and be strong and see that life is full of abundance no matter what we see or what we go to. So this aspect is essential. We need to wait for our path to come to us. The Three of Wands is always about communication. So if you are waiting for that perfect communication, are you really giving to yourself? I always see the Queen of Hearts here, or the Queen of Cups, is asking for a bigger picture. The bigger picture of love, the bigger picture of deserving. So when we deserve in the most positive way, we are fulfilling our dreams as our inner child. So if you want commitment, if you want communication, then attracting what you do need is essential now, and dispelling the old as the old and the past. All right. Thank you, Aries. So moving on to Leo now. Leo energy. Leo energy for the weekend. This is for Leos. Let's have a look for Leo. So Leo, you have the Wheel of Fortune. It's great time for things to change over. So this is always a very positive card. When we look at what's happened in our past, present and future, we have to remember that luck is what we make of ourselves, but also the outside influences. One of the things that we sometimes drag ourselves to be either stagnant or rolling back is when we look at issues from the past. When we go forward, it's always with a vision. So we need that vision of what we want within our life. So you can see here with the Chariot card that we have an association with the Cancer qualities, the home life, our environment. A lot of the times if we're using vehicles, we need it to be a kind of an aspect where we need it to be positive, we need it to be green. So all these things is a reflection on ourselves as people. How we need to have the heartfelt desire, how we have that movement and forethought in going forward. When we have the King of Cups here, this is about being in charge of your emotions and really enjoying things that come from the heart. So the heart is going to play a special part in your positivity, in your psychic ability perhaps, in moving things forward. So a lot of you might be attracted by Cancerians at this time. So this is a good thing to look at about what you are doing with your environment. The subconscious may play a huge deal in this at the moment, and paying particular situations to dreams is going to be possible. So your intuition as well, and not only with the King of Cups, but also the Moon is going to play that huge part in how you do move things forward. This is your time to move things forward. It is nearly your solar return. So this is a very good quality to look at the bigger picture. So don't let somebody steal from you a kind of a feeling of disempowerment. Leos are really good at empowering themselves, and they have to look at the mindset. So this is why when we have the Chariot card, we have to have those two things in place. What am I thinking? What am I telling myself? Do I say that I've got bad karma? Do I say I've got bad luck? The Wheel of Fortune is always going to push you forward no matter where you are. Okay, thank you. And you just, right, so for Sagittarians now, this is for Sagittarian energy. Sagittarian energy for the weekend of the 16th and the 17th of July. So let's have a look for Sagittarians, what energies we need to know for Sagittarians. Sagittarian energies. First energy we have is independence. Yes, we all like that independence. We like the luxury within life. So maybe treat yourself to something. You know, it's a weekend. Have a takeaway. Go to the movies. Do something that's really going to satisfy your soul. A lot of the time we have to work. So that's a shame. But it's not really, because when we work upon ourselves and we work in the practical sense as well, maybe we've got a job to work on as well, we have to really look at what we're building up as people, what our environment is around us. So building up a sturdy aspect to the future is always going to be quite good. When we look at what's inspiring us and what's really bringing in the pennies, so to speak, sometimes we think, I found new inspiration to really look at self-employment or really aspiring to something that's going to really improve my life. So this weekend, have that spark of initiative to actually do that. When we have the Justice on our side as well, everything does hang in the balance of the pros and cons of going self-employed, or the pros and cons in starting something that's a sideline, you know, a little hobby, turning things into money. Also, we look at the Libran energy of what is coming in. We're looking towards long-term investments as well. So this for you might be good to plan ahead for that. It's always good to make hay while the sun shines, and this is the long-term goals for yourselves. So some of you might be planning, you know, start families and things like that. But we can't overdo it all the time. Even though we're aspiring to the long-term goal and what we do want, we need to put things in balance and perspective. It is a weekend, so we have that time to really treat ourselves, even if we are single. When we have the Queen of Cups energy, it's what we are giving to ourselves. So know that you are important. You're vitally important. And if you're not giving to yourself, you're not giving to everyone around you. So be more sensitive towards yourself and have empathy for yourself. Pat yourself on the back and saying you're doing a grand job. A lot of you might be dealing with children this weekend, which is always a good thing to do. But to have fun and laughter and have innocence is going to be the message for this particular weekend. We are in the sign of Cancer, in the home. What are we valuing in our home? What emotions are we putting forward for that? What we do need to do is relax our mindset and not get overwhelmed with anxiety or other things that drag us down. We have to stay focused. Sagittarians are always good at staying focused, so no exception for us this weekend. So guys, fire signs, enjoy. If you have another star sign that you want to do, I am doing separate videos. Please check them out. Have a great weekend. See you all on Monday.